It's here. Actually, it's been here for about 4 or 5 days now, but I have been waiting to unbox it for you guys. Now, a friend of mine on her Facebook Live unboxed it. Oh, and her powder highlighter was crushed. I'm hoping everything's intact. But we're going to do an unboxing today, and then I'm going to do a look with what's inside. And if you want to know what's in here, or what I do with it, keep watching. Okay, here we go. Starting just from the beginning. This is the P Louise X Mikayla, the collection. It says here, frozen in time and unconditional love, we've got forever to have and to hold. Know that with every piece of my heart, these feet ain't getting cold. That's kind of sickeningly cute. Alright, let's tear into this baby. You gotta love P Louise's packaging, even their boxes. Easy to open and beautiful. Alright, let me clear some space on this junk heap that is my makeup table. Now, I have seen spoilers. I know what's in here. I'm well aware, but I haven't seen it up close and personal. So let's start with... Well, let's start with the brushes. There is a beautiful set of brushes included in this collection. And as soon as I get it out of the packaging, out of the plastic, I will show you the packaging. Now the box is a little damaged, the outside box, but that's not the main packaging. The collection is called Blended Memories. I'm hoping I'm fitting both me and this on camera. The box is beautiful, but what it shows is the inside packaging. Which is incredible. As with a lot of similar book-shaped packaging, P Louise, this one this one comes with a lock. Oh no, well Heather, my crystals, my icicles are damaged. They're bent, one is anyway, the rest of them are good. I'll just glue that back down. But this is raised, y'all. These are raised. It's little icicles that you can feel them. But wait, there's more. Let me just unlock this real quick. And open this up. First of all, this baby lights up. The icicles actually light up. So, yeah, that one's broken. Oh no, the outside ones don't light up, but these do. Let's see, if I close it, and if I open it. So that's what the outside looks like. What I love is even the brush collection boxes have mirrors. That's so fabulous. But here is the top layer. See, you've got blush brushes, and they're kind of falling out if I hold them upright. But you've got highlighter brushes, blush brushes, powder brushes, contour brushes. There's 5 brushes on the top, face brushes. Then, if you pull out the drawer, you have your eye brushes. And the handles are just adorable. It says P Louise X Mikayla. They are blue with silver snowflakes on them. So they are gorgeous. And P Louise makes some beautiful, beautiful brush sets. And the quality is just chef's kiss. Okay, so let me get the lock back on here so I don't lose it. And we'll go into the next thing. I think the next thing we'll do is the lashes. Let's look at the lashes as soon as I can get this lock closed. There we go. I don't know where I'm going to put everything. Alright, so there are 2 packs of lashes. One is supposed to be more natural and one is more dramatic. We have my other half, Perfect Match, Sultry Soulmate, are the more the wispy ones. So this is my other half, Perfect Match, and Sultry Soulmate. And then the more dramatic ones are Wonder Wisp, Frozen Flutter, and Snow in Love. Obviously, there's a little winter theme going on here. So I will definitely be wearing lashes today. I'm going to go with one of the wispies. I was going to wear the half lash, which is my other half. But I think I'm going to go with Perfect Match. The one in the middle. Because I want to do kind of a dramatic look, but not too over the top. I'm meeting my friend's boyfriend for the first time tonight. I don't want to look completely extreme. It's not like I'm going to the club. Okay, so those are the lashes. Let's do it. Let's open the powder highlighter. This is the one that Heather got and it was broken. It looks like mine's intact, but we'll find out. She didn't realize it until she opened it up and it all just crumbled. But the packaging is adorable. So you got the little pleated leather kind of feeling. It actually feels like leather. And it has peel on it. Here we go. I'm making sure. Oh, hallelujah. She's intact, y'all. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is called Frosty Fantasy. And you know, I'm not swatching every color in the palette, but I am going to swatch the highlighter. Oh. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That's going on my face. That is going on my face. Alright, let's jump into the cream products. We're going to get into the blushes first, and I'm going to be using one of these today. I think... We've got Very Violet and Pretty Pansy. Let me take them out and I'll show you. They're both purple, but Pretty Pansy is a more pinkish purple, and Very Violet is obviously a more violet purple. I will show you both of them, but I'm probably, when my girlfriend Heather did her first try, her first impression of it, she used Pretty Pansy, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead and use Very Violet. But here we go. Again, both very purple, but one is a little bit more purpley, one is a little bit pinkish, but this is Pretty Pansy, and this is Very Violet, and this is the one that I'm going to use for my first impression. Because, why not? And then, the liquid highlighters. And I'm definitely going to be using one of these. I have done my foundation, my contour, I use my P Louise, what is the color called? So Cinnamon. contour. I have not powdered down my face yet. My eyebrows are done, obviously. But I have not powdered down my face because I plan on using liquid highlighter. So we're going to open up this one, which is called... So these are the Dream Droplets. If you've been watching my Facebook Lives, you know that I actually got a golden tone Dream Droplet in day 1 of my Advent calendar of P Louise. But this one is called Forever Frozen. And I can't remember if this is the blue or green one, but oh, this is the bluer toned. So I'm just putting the slightest little bit on the back of my hand to show you. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same with Eternal Ice. And I will show them both to you at the same time. Okay, I'm definitely using Eternal Ice today. Just because the look I want to do. So, they both have a purple shift. But the top one, which again is called Forever Frozen. The top one is more of a blue purple shift, and the bottom one is more of a green purple shift, and that is Forever Ice. And that's what I'm going to use. So hopefully this is showing up for you. Try and move it around a little bit. But it's very pretty. Alright, let's try and get some of this off of me real quick. And then we'll go into the pièce de résistance. The thing you've all been waiting for. The massive palette to have and to hold in case you get cold. Yes, that is the name of the palette. First of all, here is the pretty box. It's all raised. But this, that's part of the palette. That's actually Mikayla and Cody on the front. A silhouette of them. I'm trying not to destroy the box because Heather just absolutely goes apeshit when I do. So let's just push it out from the bottom. And this also has the raised icicles. So I have a feeling it's going to light up. Yeah, they light up too. And the glass is like frosted glass with their silhouette. And this lights up. So, and inside, there's a film on the mirror. But inside we have the mirror too. And here she is, folks. Here's the beauty in all her glory. Let me see if I can hold her back far enough to keep all of it on camera. But we have up here, they're more purple toned blues, but we have the blues more up here, the purples in here, and then we have the neutrals down here. Now I'm going to do a purple blue look. That's what I'm going to do. So, we're going to go ahead and jump in. I'll zoom you in, and we're going to get into my first impression for all of this makeup. Let's do it. Welcome back. Zoomed you in a little bit, hopefully not too much, and we'll jump into it. Now, in honor of this bluish purple look, I have new dough color brushes in this bluish purple brush. And I even got the special brush holder, crystal brush holder just for it because I just thought it was beautiful, iridescent, and pretty and goes so well with all the pretty brushes. So I'm going to be using the pretty brushes today. So let's go ahead and start with our complexion. Get that finished because I've already done the contour. So let me see here. More of a powder brush. This is the blush brush that I want right here. So let's go ahead and dive into it. We're going to start with Very Violet. Now I'm just going to put a little bit on my cheeks. Apparently, if you don't want to mess up, yeah, they do. If you don't want to mess up the cushion, they come out and you can squeeze it directly. But I really want to use the cushion. So I'm just going to use the cushion. as soon as I can get it back on. Ready? There we go. I give it a squeeze. I see some purple coming through. Coming through. Alright, I am afraid of this stuff. I see them squirting it to high heaven, but I am terrified of it. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. I can always add more if it brushes out light, but we're going to do it this way. And I'm using a brush, which I usually use a sponge. Ooh, I like that. But yeah, I'm going to use my sponge. I like it better. I feel like the brush just removes some. It has something to do with the foundation I use. But yes, I like this much better. And you can even use your finger. Oh, yes. Oh, I like this color. Guys, I'm intimidated by this, but that's really nice. And it blends so nicely into the skin. It looks very soft and natural. I don't use cream products very often. I found that they tend to lift my foundation, but not P Louise. And not all foundations do that. It's mine. But P Louise doesn't lift. It just deposits the color beautifully. Definitely don't powder your face down until you've applied your cream products. And I'm going to put just a little on the tip of my nose, because I always like a little color on the tip of my nose. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do is the liquid highlighter. And one thing Mikayla herself cautioned against is applying it like this. Don't do it. A little of this stuff goes a long way. And she says to apply it with your finger. So I'm going to put a little on the back of my hand. I'm going to kind of dab into it and lay it out. Hang on. Is this the right one? No, this is Forever Frozen. I don't want this one. I mean, not yet. It's beautiful, but the look I'm thinking of. Well, you know what? I've already done it. Let's do purple. I did the purple, very purple on the. Yeah, we're gonna do a purple blue look. I switched. So just the littlest bit, and use your finger, the warmth of your finger, to tap it around. Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh, look at that. And it just melts into the skin. Is that shining for you like it's shining for me? I mean, is that coming through on camera? Because it's stunning. And just the littlest bit on the tip of my nose. Now, before I set my face down with powder, I'm actually going to set the highlighter down with the powder highlighter from the collection. And that is called Frosty Fantasy Skin Bling. So, let's see. Let's take this brush here. And we're just going to do the boop. And basically all I'm doing is using this to set it down like powder. But it's going to keep that highlighter highlighted. And I am glowing greater than the gods. Oh yes. Yes. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is stunning. I may have gone a little overboard. I may have bathed in highlighter, but I'm not mad. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with my Pretty Please Cosmetic Setting Powder in the pink shade. It's a matte pink, and I'm just going to set this under my eyes just to get a little brightening up under there. Okay. And then I'm just going to dust my L'Oreal Hydro Perfect all over the rest of my face to set it down. So I'm just going to tap into the loose powder, swirl, and buff. Oh, I didn't tap. Tap and buff. You only need a little bit of powder, guys. That was way too much. And you'll notice that I am trying hard to avoid where I highlighted. Now I'm going to keep my L'Oreal setting powder out. I'm going to go ahead and save my pink powder because I only want to set down under my eyes and brighten it. But the L'Oreal I'm going to use to set down my P Louise base, which I am about to apply. And I am using the Rumor, or I'm using Rumor in, it's Rumor 02. So it's not quite white, but a white setting, or a white base would be great with this as well. Those colors would pop. Alright, so let's go in, just taking a little off the back of my hand. I'm going to cut my crease, or not cut my crease, but I'm just going to fill in my whole lid. That's why I tried to avoid powder on my eyelids. You almost don't need it. It goes on so nicely. But I do like to use the heat from my finger just to get rid of any streakiness. So I just kind of tap and roll. Just, warm it up a little. I'm not even dragging, I'm just literally tapping. Now I'm going to go in a little bit more off the back of my hand and do the other eye. And going with my finger, I'm going to do the same thing again. Now I'm going in with a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to go into my setting powder, and I'm going to set that down so it doesn't crease. But P Louise is pretty good about not creasing too much. And it's very sticky, so if you want maximum color payoff, don't set it down. But because I'm old and wrinkly, and I'm slow, I'm setting it down. Alright, I'm going to go ahead Alright, so I'm going to set my face twice, but I want this really to hold, so I'm using my Patrick Starr's One Size On Till Dawn Mattifying Spray. And then I'll do that again once I've done my eyeshadow. Smells great, but not when you inhale it. Okay, here we go, guys. This is it. Let's get you a close-up. This is the moment you've been waiting for. It actually is vertical. The names are this way, but I'm going to hold it this way just so I can try and get it all on camera. Hopefully I'm not too zoomed in that you can't see the whole thing. I'll try to panorama it. But I'm going to stick with this side over here. Maybe a dark in here. And I'm definitely using one of these shimmers, but I haven't decided which one. But here we go. Let's decide that now. Ooh, I do like that one. Oh, we're going to do Emerald Eyes. Because it has a slight green shift, but it's really purple. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Okay, so the first color I'm going into is this blue here, Cody James, and I'm going to use that as my transition shade. So I'm going to go in with a large fluffy brush. And we're going to start just going all to town with it. I'm tilting my head back so I can create that faux crease on my right side where it's really hooded. You know what? I think I'm going to go in with the Hawkins. It's a little darker and it'll show up a little better. That's a pretty blue, but I think if I was going to diffuse it even more, then I would use it. But yeah, this is good. Oh, I like that. Oh yeah, that's nice. And I'm going to take this out into my temples a little bit. I do want this to be kind of icy and ethereal and really romantic. Definitely going to cut my crease. Okay, we're going to go into a smaller angled fluffy brush. And I'm going in with the color, the Commons. This one right here. Right there. And I'm going to kind of take it very similar to the outline that I did the Hawkins with, but I'm going to take it in just a little tighter. Oh, that's a pretty blend. These just blend seamlessly together. Deepen that up just a little bit. And then I'm going back in with the first fluffy brush. And we're just going to blow that edge out even more. Just want to diffuse that so they just melt seamlessly together. I usually edit out how much blending I do, but if you're willing to stick with me on this one, I'm not going to edit it. I want you to see just how long I work at this. But as far as my first impressions, I'm going very lightly with these colors. I've used P Louise products before. I know how pigmented they are, and I want this to be, again, very soft and light and not too bold. So I'm trying to be very careful with the pressure and amount of product. Okay. Make it just a little darker because when I go back in to blend it, and if you lose some of the pigmentation when you blend it out, reapply, blend again. Going in with the Hawkins. Now I don't know who the Hawkins are. I guess it's Cody James Hawkins. Is that what it is? I always thought James was his last name, but it must be his middle name. Right? Drop it in the comments. Let me know if I'm right, because I like her. I love her Glam Light collab. I'm so far adoring everything in the P Louise collab. It's just, everything is just stunning, guys. I mean, I don't know. It's, my first impression is probably a no-brainer. It's not my first impression of P Louise. It's just my first impression of this particular collection. And I should have used the P Louise brushes. But these dough color ones are just so pretty too, and I didn't think about it. The funny thing is, I've got about 3 of P Louise's brush collections. And they're so darn pretty. I don't have the heart to use them. Alright, now I'm going to go in with a finer brush and this one. And I'm going to go in with a darker color. Which color do I want to go in with? I think I'm going to go in with the Vows, which is this color right here. And I'm going to use this for my contour shade. So I'm going to take a little under my eye. Oh yeah, it's pretty. Still getting glitter out of my eye. And I'm just keeping this in my outer V. And just kind of slightly deepening up this crease a little bit more. So it stands out a little more when I cut it. Now I'm not worried about this being too harsh right now because I'm going to go in with the shimmer. Well, first I'm going to cut the crease and go in with the shimmer. And then I'll go back in and blend it out later. Right now I just want to deposit that color and get it as rich and deep as I want it. Because I'm going to go in with the previous color and blend it out again. Okay, I'm going to do the same on the other side and then I'll blend it. I was thinking it was going to be a purpley blue look, but this is, well, this color is kind of purpley. But it's coming out more of a blue look. Again, not too worried how sharp this is. It's about to get sharper before it gets softer. Going back in with the commons and just blending this out a little bit more. I don't know if I'm holding the mirror too high, guys. I'm sorry if I've been blocking your view. I'm trying to remain very mindful of it. And I'm going to deepen up that dark a little bit. And then I'm going to blend again. Just on the edges. And then without any extra product, I'm taking the color that I used, or the brush I used to apply the Hawkins, and just softening up that edge even more. Do the same on the other side. And again, just blending the edges even more. Okay. Next I'm going to cut my crease. And for that I am using my little trick, my eyelash curler. So we're going to go back with my base. And I'm going to put a little bit more on my hand again. And this time I'm probably not going to set it down. I'm going to use the shadow to set it down. I want it as sticky as possible. So let's just take my brush up the back of my hand. You guys have seen me do this a million times. My next video is going to be 6 different ways to do a cut crease. And this will be one of them. Alright, so I painted on the edge. I'm just doing a half cut crease. So I paint my base on the edge, I stamp it down, and I use that as my guide. I probably should have taken this a little farther. Let's try it again and hope I can line it up perfectly. There we go. And then I'm just going to fill all that in. Again, am I blocking the camera? I'm sorry. Okay. Going to use the heat of my finger just to set it down. And I'm going to wipe off any excess product that comes off because this is a little thicker than it needed to be. But I'm still just tapping. I'm going to be really careful and make sure any excess product is off when I get this here. I just want to have the heat of my finger melt that. I don't want to lose my crease. And I am going to deepen up the crease a little bit. No excess product. I'm just going up a little bit to soften that edge. Okay. Now with my finger, I'm going to go into the color Emerald Eyes. Just this beautiful shimmer right here. And we're just going to put that right on my lid. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is just beautiful. Oh, yes. Gorgeous. And then I'm going to take my eyelash curler. I won't make you suffer through doing this twice. I'll do this off camera, but I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side, and we'll pick up where we left off. And I'm back. Okay, so I'm going back in with my Frosty Fantasy highlighter palette, and I'm just going to do my inner corner and a little bit on my brow bone. I don't want to forget my brow bone. So I'm going to take just this tiny brush, dip into this, and we're just going to go right here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And here. And then a little under here. And a little bit here. Okay. I don't really want to wear liner. I think that the lash band on these is going to act as liner enough. So let me just go ahead and pop in a little blue in my waterline. And I'm going to tight line, but I want to let this set down a good long time, so I'll probably do that at the end. Because I'm trying to get as little transfer as possible. Now I'm going to go in with my mascara. And for that, I'm just using my Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. So guys, tell me in the comments. I have not used any of my Bailey Serum, my Melt Bailey Serum collab. I did an unboxing on Facebook Live, but I haven't used any of it yet. Would you like a first impression? Now, I will be honest, the only Milk product I've ever used is their Hydro Grip Primer, and I do love it. It's very sticky, really holds my foundation. It's great. But I haven't used anything else. Their lipsticks and foundation or powders, anything. And I'm really curious. But I will hold off on using it until I can film again and give you guys a first impression if that's what you'd like to see next. Well, not next. My next video is going to be 6 different ways to do cut creases. I just told you that. Okay. Let's get those upper lashes. And I'm only going to go in with one coat because I am putting on the lashes. I got goobers in my eye. But I am putting on the false lashes, so I'm just going to put on one light coat. Just so that it blends. Now, there are some people who will put mascara on their false lashes. That ruins them. And so I like to try and wear my false lashes multiple times. So I will never put mascara on them. I just got these Kiss Lash Impress self-adhesive underlash segments. I really love them. And when I do my cut crease video, I'll show you how they work. I'll use them. But because this collection came with lashes, obviously I'm going to use the lashes from the collection. Alright, so I'm going to let the mascara dry before I start gluing up my lashes. While I'm letting that dry, let's go ahead and do lips. Now this collection, hold on, did not come with a lipstick. So I'm going to be using my Jolie Air Matte in the shades, lipstick in the shade Sultry. And I'm going to be using an e.l.f. lip liner in the color Unknown. An unknown color. I don't know. I threw away the box. Don't judge me, Heather. It's a pinkish nude. So is the color Sultry, is a pinkish tone. But it's slightly darker. So we're just going to overline just a little bit. Or oops, maybe a lot of it. Okay, bottom lip. Okay, before I put my lipstick on, I'm going to get one more sip here. We'll put the lipstick on, and then we'll finish off with the lashes and tight lining. Or tight lining in the lashes. I don't know. Okay, now I don't know if this is a dry down lipstick or not, but ooh, that's pretty. It's very nude, but I like it. I like the pink hue, and I think it looks really lovely. I don't have a purple lipstick that's not too dark. I wanted something lighter. So when it dries down, I will maybe put a gloss over it. We'll see. But right now, we are going to dive into these lashes. So I'm going to get my tweezers. And I do have to trim off a little excess plastic on the ends here, but it makes it easy to lift them. And these are more like 3/4 lashes. I don't know, they're very dainty. They don't need to be trimmed. Like I said, I'm just trimming off the excess plastic, not any of the actual lash. Alright, so I like to work with one lash at a time. And the reason for that is that I don't wait for the lashes to get completely tacky. I don't want to put them on soaking wet with the glue fresh, but I do not want to let it dry down as much as they recommend. And the reason is I find if I put it on with it still slightly wet, just slightly wet, I can move it around and position it where I really want it. And I have a little more flexibility and time before it sets down and stays. I'm just going to wave it around. Dry it off a little bit. And then on we go. And sorry, this is a little hard to do without getting close because I'm blind as a bat. And I don't like the way that's positioned at all. No, I'm not loving these lashes. But it could just be that I didn't get them placed where I want them. Yeah, that's better. You really gotta get them close to the lash line because they end so abruptly. The lash band's really noticeable. Yeah. Okay, now that's not so bad. I'm liking those. Took me a minute. Let's see if we can do it with the other side. And now we'll see if I can keep you guys on camera. Wave it out, dry it up, get it in place. See if I can keep the inner tip from touching. Let's see here. Alright, here comes the tricky part. No. There we go. It's not perfect, but it's damn close to perfect. So just tap it down and get it in place. Damn close to perfect. Alright, Let's go in with a little black. Where's my black? Go in with a little bit of black eyeliner. I'm using my ColourPop Gel Cream eyeliners. We're just going to tight line a little. And I'm not going to fill my whole lid here, or my whole, you know, tight line. I'm just doing the outside edge right by the lash line. And the reason for that is I'm trying to minimize transfer. But it's enough to get that lash line bold. But then the black doesn't actually transfer down to my lower lash line. There we go. Just enough to make that lash line look bold. Alright guys, you know what? I think I am going to keep this matte. But one thing I do want to do with this look before I finish it up is I want to add some crystals just underneath the eye. So for that, I am going into this beautiful box of crystals. And I'm going to use these kind of light blue ones on the bottom. You will see them momentarily. Let me get my little gem picker and some lash glue to hold them on. I'm just going to put, I think, 3 underneath each eye. Yeah, just that little touch there. Oh, that's a little thick. Let's redo that one. There we go. Now let's do the other side. What about there? About there? And what about there? Alright, here it is, the finished look. I'll zoom you in for the close-up. Please hit the like button. Please leave a comment. It helps the algorithm. If you are not subscribed, please do so. Please ask your friends and family too. I'm telling you guys, if we can get to 500 subscribers, I'm going to hold a contest for the Book of Spells collection from P Louise. That's not one 2-tiered palette. That's two 2-tiered palettes. It's like 4 palettes altogether, and P Louise quality is amazing. I'll drop a picture right here. Please, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell to find out when I drop new content. I try to drop every Saturday, but sometimes things happen. But thank you so much for joining me today. Is the new P Louise Mikayla collection Mickey approved? Is it something that I love? Yes, I knew I would. It's P Louise. They're phenomenal, guys. They're phenomenal. If you haven't gotten it, I think it's sold out, but if you can get your hands on the palette, at least the palette, do so. But everything Everything is absolutely beautiful. I mean, I may not be, but this makeup is. It's amazing. I love it. Definitely go out and get yourself some. Until next time, 6 different ways to do a cut crease. Until next time, stay magical.